right, everybody, it's our book for Friday. It's the Seashore Book by Charlotte Zolotow and illustrated by Wendell Miner. I love this book. So calm. Reminds me of the summer, and there's nothing I like more than the summertime. So on a cold day when I'm wearing this cozy sweater, cardigan, I like thinking about being warm. This is also going to have a lot of great comparisons, just like we had yesterday in the book A Small Blue Whale, how it described friendship, and it painted a really great picture of what friendship is, how it looks, how it tastes, how it smells, how it sounds. This book is going to have some great vivid language around the seashore. Oh. Thick pages. What is the seashore like? A little boy asked his mother. He lived in the mountains and had never seen the sea. His mother smiled. Let's pretend, she said. It is early morning at the seashore, and it's hard to tell where the sea stops and the sky begins. Can you imagine that, living near the mountains and never seeing the seashore? The way she describes it at first, you know when you go to the beach and you look out into the horizon and the sky meets the sea? Oh, such a great view. One of my favorites. They are the same smoky gray until the mist shifts from gray to dark white, from dark white to pale purple, from pale purple to hazy blue, and then, suddenly, the sun breaks through. It warms the cool sand, it turns the sea green, and the beach is golden gray. You run down the water's edge, one small dark spot against the brightness of the sand and sea. Remember yesterday in A Small Blue Whale when friendship was that the radiant orange and yellow and red? This author describes the sunrise at the seashore a little bit differently, but very vivid and very beautiful. You bend over and pick up a stone washed smooth by the sea. You find tiny brown snail shells and oyster shells, crusty gray outside and smooth, You find tiny brown snail shells and oyster shells, crusty gray outside and smooth pearly pink inside. You pick up a clam shell half open, and inside a live clam snaps the shell closed. In my hand, the little boy asked. In your hand, the mother said. Did you ever do that before, those little shells? Kind of see them pop out, little clams. Oh, I know, sweet peanut. It's a very calm and soothing book. Then down you reach again and pick up a wet, white feather from the gulls flying overhead. We sit at the edge of the water and build a castle of wet sand until the waves wash up and suck it back to sea. The cold water makes your skin feel like peppermint, and you are tired. Skin feel like peppermint. It's kind of that tingle from the cold salt water. And there's nothing like being tired after a beach day. You just fall right to sleep. You lie down in the hot noonday sun now, and it feels warm as a big, soft cat covering you, taking away the chill of the waves. The swish-swashing sound of them lulls you to sleep. Ever just wrap yourself in a big towel in the middle of the day at the beach and just fall asleep? Sunday. I watch you sleep, and you don't see two little sandpipers run past you. But when you wake up, you do see their claw prints like pencil lines in the sand. You rub your eyes, and it seems there is nothing in the world except the sound of the wind and the rising and falling song of the waves. It's really descriptive, the claws of the sandpipers looking like pencils drawn in the sand. Oh, what a great picture. Reminds me of a picture I have in our kitchen where you hike up to this beach and you can't see the water until you walk up a hill, and then all of a sudden there's a break in the dune. It's this magnificent beach. Ugh. It's a big crab. You stand and look at the ocean, far, far out, so far it seems like a toy. A little white sailboat skims over the water and disappears. The tide is going out. I'm hungry, you say. I am too, so we wade over to a big rock covered in seaweed and moss. We sit there together and eat our sandwiches and drink lemonade from our thermos and watch the small brown sand crabs squaggling at our toes. What a great word, squaggling. An airplane flies low in the sky. Its shadow on the sand is like a gigantic bird, and you leap off the rock and chase after it until it is gone. I watch you throw your head back and twirl yourself around and around until you are too dizzy to stand and you fall down in the sand. The wind is getting cooler. Long purple streaks of clouds are forming in the sky. We take each other's hand and walk down the beach toward home. The fishing pier we pass is white as a snowfall, with hundreds of crying seagulls waiting for the fishing boats to come in when the sun sets. White as a snowfall. And what's making the pier white? The seagulls waiting for the fishermen to come home. Another great comparison. The evening air is so still that the buoy's ding ding dong sounds as if it's right next to us, close and clear and loud. We climb to the top of the dune away from the ocean, but we stop and look down across the seagrass to the sea. The setting sun is a huge orange ball. You are so tired when we get home that you can hardly stay awake through your hot bath and your dinner. We barely have time to kiss goodnight before you fall asleep. Outside, the lighthouse is flashing golden gleam on, golden gleam gone, but you don't see it. You are sleeping so deeply. Relax, sweet peanut. You don't hear the tide rising. You don't see the small crescent moon outside your window. The ocean is bursting in waves along the shore, covering the rock where we sat and ate our lunch, and carrying up seaweed and shells to the sand. boy leaned against his mother and smiled. "I like the seashore a lot," he said, "and now I can always close my eyes and be there the way I was just now, with you." It's a big seagull on the back. So without ever having been to the seashore, the way the mother describes it to the boy, he just knows that he loves it. So that really descriptive language when we're describing a place, the sun as a big orange ball, the pier white like a snowfall covered in seagulls, skin feeling like peppermint from the cool water. Such great descriptive language in this book, and so calm and so soothing, just like the waves coming in and going out. So I hope I didn't put all of you to sleep like I did Vice Principal Quincy. I know. So I hope you enjoyed this. We aren't going to have an activity with this book today. Just enjoy it. Enjoy the calmness of the book. And have a great weekend, everybody.